Good day, everybody. I'll open the first question. I think the last part of the mantra, I have to ask Ma Bhagavati, Saraswati Devi herself for that, for help. The question is, why God gave us a brain if we just have to love? That's why I was laughing. You see, God have made his creation in a perfect way. He have given you a brain to act into this world, no? In a proper way. That's why he have given you a brain. Brain is important. Mind is a different matter. How you think, that is a different matter. So your brain is important. So without the brain, you will not be here. The brain is the one which controls everything. No? Inside of your body, everything is like a control room. It controls each part of your body. When something happens in one place in your body, automatically the brain reacts upon that. So the brain is important. Why God have given you? If you have not given you a brain, well, there is many brainless people. That is true also. Even if the brain is there, but they're still brainless. That you meet every day. Have you ever met? Huh? They can't even use the capacity of thinking. So, why God gave us a brain, to function in this world, so that we can think properly. We just have to love. If you just go without loving, and you just go without, you say you love without the brain, of course, you should not think when you are loving, you should feel when you are loving. I guess the question is why God have given you a mind will be appropriate. But that is also important. Your karma is being processed through your mind itself. The mind is an instrument to attain the Lord or to go away from Him. Both ways. That choice He have given you. That's why He said continuously, a controlled mind is your best friend and an uncontrolled mind is your worst enemy. He doesn't talk about two minds, He talk about only one mind. Wherever you focus that mind, that becomes your reality. So if your focus is upon love, that love will grow inside of you. But if your focus is upon the world, then you will receive what your focus is upon. So, where you focus your mind, that becomes your reality. It's like wearing a glasses. If you wear glasses which is red, which color you will see the world? Blue? No, red. So it's like the mind make you perceive what you have inside of you. It's like a mirror. What you see outside, it's mirroring what you have inside of you. Very often, you see, we look at people automatically we judge the people. This is a natural state of the mind. Without comprehending anything, the mind judge. Because one thing but one is the most important. One thing but one knows everything better than anybody else. And of course, when you start to think like that, you have put a glasses which is very narrow, which is very dark in color. You can't perceive anything. You can't perceive really the reality of your life itself. Somebody who their mind is full with negativity, what will come out of them? When life squeezes them, only negative things will come out. And that's what they will see. That's what they will perceive. But those who have love inside of them, when they squeeze, only the nectar will come out. The nectar of love. That's what in Chandogya Upanishad it said, that those who have surrendered to the Lord, they perceived only the Lord everywhere. They don't see anything. The gopis, the poem of the gopi, when they explain, what do they say? They will see Sham in everything. No? Wherever they will look at the cow, they will see only Krishna. They will look at the cloud, they will see only Krishna. They will look at the pupils of the eyes, they will see only Krishna. There were no good or no bad for them. They perceive that equalness, they see their beloved Lord everywhere where they are. That's what love does. When one is in love, truly in love I'm talking about, they perceived that love in everything that they do. Love have that capacity of transforming everything, how one view it. In that, those who have attained that state of loving, they don't have any problem. They don't have any enemy. For them the world is equal. Because they are viewing their beloved Lord in everything. They attain to that love. Everything become love. Everything become that nectar. That's what they are projecting. That's what they are sharing. That's what they are giving and emanating. But when someone has this, it creates a big problem for those who don't have. It creates a big problem. They start to have headache. They start to worried about how can we crush that one. That's what starts bothering them. So, who become the enemy? The one who have love doesn't have any enemy. They don't have any problem. They don't have, but the whole others have. That is how one perceived the mind itself, how it functions. Is it truly in a loving state, or it is in a judging state? Is it turning towards God, or it's turning towards the negativity of this world? He have not given two minds, he have given only one. And he have given that choice. He brought you on the way. He remind you continuously where you have to focus that mind. But it's more attractive to focus it on something which is limited. Because you can't comprehend the unlimited. You can't comprehend the infinite, the greatness of the Lord Himself. Even if you want to comprehend it with your limitation, the limited mind, it's quite difficult. So that's why those who have attained to that state of love, their mind have transformed. Who is in their mind? It is only the Lord Himself. What do they feel inside of them? They feel that love. They feel that compassion. We talk about love, but very often we don't comprehend it. We love only when everything is going the way we want. But once it doesn't turn the way you want, the same beloved which you say in the morning, I love you, you say, I hate you, I hate you. Yes or no? It happened. It happened daily. 15 times a day your mood change. Your mood doesn't stay the same. In the morning you wake up, your beloved bring the breakfast on the table. My darling, you're happy. You're going to work very happy. Talking, sharing, very happy. But just say one time something that your beloved doesn't want to hear. Or it doesn't agree with you. What happened? Is that love still there? Or does it change? You expert, I'm asking from you. Really? It does change. How much you can say you love, that love transforms itself. Because it is limited. It is based on expectation. Or security. And so many things you have based upon. And then you call it love. So how would that be? Those who have surrendered, they don't have anything for themselves. That word surrender means it's not mine, it is yours. You are the master. You take control. Why is this island? Why is this island was chosen for you to be born? Why I chose this island to be born? It's a good question, because it's a beautiful island. Look at how beautiful is this Mauritius. See, I'm traveling many countries, many islands also. And I've been to Hawaii and so on, many countries. Every time I go to a place who has similarity to Mauritius, I'm so excited. Actually, I said, wow, it looks like Mauritius. It's true, very often we don't appreciate, I'm talking about Mauritius right now, I'm not talking about Mauritian people doesn't appreciate really the beauty of this island. Not only the external beauty of the island, but what the island itself gives to the people. We are so busy with this natural world, busy working, busy doing so many things, but we forget that we lived in an island which is so beautiful. And we can make this island even more beautiful by start to respect each other, accepting each other. But what we do? Often we do the opposite. And this is sad. An island which there is different religion, which is peaceful, then you have some burnhead who try to destroy it. To create fight between the people. But that will reflect upon that island itself, no? How long will it be like that? Everybody for greed, they try to do many things. And that beauty will disappear also. If everybody don't, I'm talking about the Mauritian people, we don't take into consideration to respect our island and really try to uplift the nature part of that island. Because what is on the island, we have more the strength, the power. Wherever I come, you all will have noticed that we can sit till 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like charging the battery. You don't get tired. Other places you do get tired. This island have something in its magnetism, that energize the body, energize your spirit. Similar when you go to India, you feel at home. You have come home. I don't know for you, but for me it's like this. Because India is the mother of all beings. It is through that mother which everything can have expand. Culture, philosophy, spirituality, all have this root in Bharat itself. And here, Mauritius is a little Bharat. So it is a blessed place, this country, this place itself. That's why I think I choose to come here. What do it take to be a sincere devotee? Oh, that's difficult. Firstly, what does it take to be a sincere devotee? You said it in the question itself. Sincerity. You have to know what is a devotee. So if you have taken initiation as a devotee, you have given yourself to the Lord. No? That's what is to be a devotee. Reminding that you're here to serve Him. And you have placed yourself into His care. Being a devotee doesn't need, it's not meant only to wear the tilak and wear the kanti, and go with your mala bag around. That I am a devotee. No, it's not that. You have to be humble. When you call yourself a devotee, you have taken shelter to the feet of the Master. When you have taken shelter at the feet of the Master, it's not about you. Because when you take shelter at the feet of the Master, nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to Him. You don't belong to yourself. You belong to Him. So how can you have pride into that? How can you let the ego rise? How can you say, I, mine, mine? Everything becomes His. This is the devotee. And not just saying, knowing. Mean it. Sakala loka masa hone vande ninda na kare keri re vancha kancha mana nischal rakhe dhan dhan janani keri re Vaishnava jana to prene kariye veera parai jani. So Vaishnava have respect to the entire world. So here it said respect, not only human being, not only to the people who love you, but the entire world. Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the world is one family. That it is a reminder in our Shastra. But we are one family, and humanity is our true self. No? So they don't belittle anyone. They keep the word, action, thoughts pure. They're positive. And they say that the mothers of those who have this quality, they are blessed. Here, mother means also your motherland. You know, your surrounding, not only the physical mother, but mother in general. Samdrishti ne Krishna tyagi parashrishti jine matere jivata piya satna bole paradhana bajare aate Vaishnava jana to prene kariye veera parai jani. The devotee sees all equally. They have renounced greed, avarice, view of others. They have seen that the world, everybody is our family. The Atma, we are all related. We all come from the same place. Huh? So we are all have all this. We are all related to the Atma. We may not related to the blood and flesh, no? But Atma, we know each other. That the Vaishnavas, their tongue might get tired, but they will not lie. Their hand would never steal from others. Moha maya vyape nahi jene vish vairag jena man mare Ram naam shun tari nati sakal tirat jena tan mare Vaishnava jana to tene kariye because Vaishnava doesn't get attached to the world, because they are attaching themselves to the Lord's feet. They are detached from the worldly pleasures. Because you see, all the pleasure of the world will make you miserable. But the Vaishnava is not miserable, because they have the Lord with them. If their mind is fully absorbed in Him, how can you be unhappy? They have been enticed by the name of the Lord Himself. So you see, they are so much in love. They're saturated with the divine name. But nothing else matters. But all the holy places is present inside of them. This is a devotee. That's what Bhagavan said, You may offend me, I will forgive you. But if you offend my devotee, I'll come for you. No? What is that famous verse? Krishna Maru Rakuchi. No. They're the famous verse, are they? If someone wants to hurt me, Krishna will protect. Raki Krishna Mare Krishna Raki Ke. So beautiful this verse. I said, Raki Krishna Mare Ke. If Krishna is protecting me, nobody can harm me. But if Krishna wants to do something to me, nobody can protect me. Only the Guru. That's why in this verse it said that the whole pilgrimage is present inside this pure devotee himself. Vanalobhine kapat rahit che kam krodh nivaraya re nare narsiyo teno darshan karta purare ko dilaya re Vaishnava jana to prene kariye veer parai jane re. So this Vaishnava, who is absent of greed and deceit, have renounced anger, lust. This author of this, Narsinh Mehta, feel great and blessed to be among such devoted people. This is what a devotee is. A devotee reflect the Lord Himself. It's not, like I said, it's not only to put a show of the outside or to dress very fancy, exotic clothes, or to put an exotic tilak on your forehead and walk around with the mala, The heart itself of a devotee have transformed into the heart of the Lord. But every part of such devotee reflect only the Lord Himself. There's a beautiful story in the life of Narsinh Mehta itself. Sorry. You see, Narsinh Mehta, when he was chanting for Krishna, first, Narsinh Mehta was a Shiv Bhakt. When he was small, he was very dumb. And his parent was always, the parent was caring for him. But after the parent passed away, the brother and the sister-in-law was looking after. But the sister-in-law didn't like him too much. So was always, poking him So one day, when he was very small, he left the house. He went in the nearby forest with the intention that he would kill himself. So as he was going into the forest, he saw a very dilapidated temple. So he entered the temple and he looked at the shivling. It was an abandoned temple. He looked at the shivling and he said, I will kill myself. I will hit my head on the shivling. So as he was thinking to do it, he knelt down, he hit his head. First hit, he fell asleep. When he fell asleep, he had a dream where Lord Shiva appeared in front of him and said to him, my dear child, why you want to kill yourself? You are destined for something great. You're destined to touch the life of people. Then he said to Lord Shiva, are you sure it is me you're talking about? I'm useless. Everybody telling me I'm useless. So then Lord Shiva blessed him. He said, have devotion for Krishna. He said, but I don't know anything. How would I have devotion for Krishna? So Lord Shiva touched his head and blessed him with Kedar Rag. Kedar Rag is very dear to Lord Shiva. Ravana was praising Shiva by singing Kedar Rag. So he started, when he came back to himself, he was transformed completely. Then he started praising. Whenever he will open his mouth, a poem will come out in praise of Lord Krishna. So he became famous. But whenever he will sing, the garland from Krishna's neck will fly and go into his neck. So wherever he will go, that will happen. Of course, you see, jealousy also arises in the mind of people. So one day, there was some Brahmin was passing by, and he was so happy, he wanted to invite them. So he invited these Brahmanas. Then he realized that in his house there's nothing. He wanted to prepare some food for them, because when the Brahmanas come at home, you have to offer them prasad also. You have to offer them food. You can't just say, come, a guest come to your place, you don't even offer a glass of water, But this is not our culture. And our culture is when you go to somebody's house, first thing you offer water, then you offer them food afterwards. This is a Hindu culture. I've seen this culture also in Greece, in Russia I've seen this culture, but in Europe I have never seen that culture. You hardly even get a glass of water sometimes. It's true. There you have to phone them. Take a rendezvous according to their availability, So, but in ancient time it used to be like that. In the West itself, when people used to go and visit other people, what they used to do? They used to not even offer water, they used to wash the feet of the people. But this culture have finished. So, he wanted to offer food. Then he asked his wife. Wife said, what do you want to give? Nothing. There's nothing in the kitchen. So he rushed quickly to the grocery and asking for some dal or chawal, rice and so on. But he didn't have any money with him. How to pay? So he mortgaged his Kedar Rag. He said, please, I'll give you my Kedar rag. I will not sing anything into that rag until I pay you back your money. When you unmortgage me, then I will sing. The grocer was he knew him, he said, okay, fine. So he came, he cooked the food and he fed them. But these people, they had other intention inside of the mind. They wanted to hear him singing and they wanted to see the garland going into his neck. So they asked him and he was singing many bhajan, many kirtan for Krishna, but not the Kedar rag. But of course, this will happen only when he sing the Kedar rag, because this rag was led by Lord Shiva, and which is dear to Shiva is dear to Krishna. Sorry. So he didn't sing Kedar rag. The Brahmanas left very unhappy. And they went to the king and complained that this Narsingh Mehta is cheating the people. Now he said he's a great devotee, but he's not. All kind of things, They fill the head of the, how gossip works. They fill the head of the king. So the king wanted to test by himself. So the king had this beautiful deity of Lord Krishna in his palace. And he asked his servant to make a garland with very strong string. And place it nicely on Krishna. And they invite Narsingh Mehta to sing. And of course Narsingh Mehta was singing all the rag, but except Kedar rag. The king became impatient, started waiting and waiting hours and hours. Nothing happened. Then he said, why? They said that when you sing for Lord Krishna, the garland comes. But nothing is happening. He didn't want to sing, He went there and mortgaged the Kedar rag. Inside of him, he closed his eyes and think of Krishna. He said, Lord, you have put me in a dilemma. I know it is your Leela, because this is also another quality of the devotee. A devotee perceives the hand of the Lord in everything. Because they know that they are never alone. It is Him which is doing everything. Sorry. So he said, Lord, it's all your wish, whatever you want to do. So seeing this dilemma of his devotee, Bhagwan took the appearance of Narsingh Mehta himself, went to the grocer, it was late night, knocked at the door, the grocer was sleeping, his wife opened the door, and from behind here was, who is it? I said, oh, it's Narsingh Mehta. And he paid the money for the rag. Then he asked, please can you give me a receipt that I have given you the money? And of course he gave a paper, but that money had been paid for unmortgaging the Kedar rag. So Krishna rushed quickly to the palace, changed himself as a normal devotee, came near to Narsingh Mehta where Narsingh Mehta was sitting, and he dropped the paper on him. And he just left. Narsingh Mehta saw a paper, opened the paper, and he read. The rag had been unmortgaged. When he read that, he smiled, And he looked behind, the boy was gone. He knew that it was Lord Krishna himself who had come to save his devotee, to save him. Because if he were not come to save him, the king would have beheaded him. So Bhagavan himself had come to save him. So seeing that, he smiled and he started singing into that rag. That vibration of that place was so strong that everybody was in bliss. Then the garland, Krishna himself went, took the garland from the deity, from the deity itself, the Vigraha, and bring and garland him. So seeing everybody praise Nrsimha. And they all asked him for forgiveness and they became his disciples. So you see, the relationship between a devotee and Bhagavan is unique. You can call yourself a devotee only when you have that uniqueness of that relationship, that intimacy, that personal relationship with him. Then you can say, yes, I am a devotee of him. Then you reflect all his quality. It's not about you, it's about him. You don't exist. It's only him. Tukaram said, in his poem, who is Tuka? Tuka is going around like a madman, singing continuously the name of the Tal. Because one have been consumed by his name. That I have been consumed by his name, but there's only him that stays. So that's how a devotee should be. Prabhu. Jai Guru, Jai Guru.